Well, looking out the windows, you can see we're making our way through the Edgewater district, heading toward the Brush College neighborhood for our next story. Each year, SLF teams up with the Community Action Agency and a whole bunch of other partners on a big event called Community Homeless Connect. It's actually two big events, one in Marion County and one in Polk County. It looks like a big convention of stuff, and we certainly do share a lot of food and clothing, socks and shoes, tents and sleeping bags. Remember, stuff is good, but stuff is not the answer. The answer is relationship, and that's what Homeless Connect is all about, building relationships. For many volunteers, it's the first step on the journey from us and them to we. For many of our homeless neighbors, it's the first step toward getting off the streets. Now, a lot of people in town think it's impossible for the homeless to get off the streets, to get sober, to get jobs. But as my colleague Herm will show us, it is possible, and it's happening more and more thanks to agencies like Arches, Union Gospel Mission, Northwest Human Services, and a beautiful ministry called City Vibe. I see we've arrived at our destination, a nice little apartment complex in Brush College. Herm, please introduce us to your friends Joan Tomlinson and Pastor Heather Wright.
Hi, Herm, come on in.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for inviting us to your home.
Oh, not a problem. It's good to have you. It's good
You
to
have a
see
nice
you again,
place.
Herm. Thank you.
We're here to learn about your journey, so tell us about your journey.
Pastor Heather started the journey, so I'll let you talk about that.
I met Joan at City Vibe, a dinner, which is more than a dinner. We're actually looking to make friends. And then I had this crazy idea. Maybe I could talk Joan into coming from City Vibe to a planning meeting for the Polk Community Connect. I needed input from somebody that had firsthand knowledge of what it was like to be homeless and what would make a Connect a special day.
How'd that make you feel?
It made me feel good. It was nice to know that somebody actually wanted to hear our side of it and what our needs and wants were.
So how did it feel to walk into that meeting the first time?
Oh, I was so intimidated. I was so intimidated, but everybody there they welcomed me with open arms. Everybody there was very nice and didn't make me feel less than.
And where were you living then?
I was living out of Wallacebury
Okay.
for over 5 years.
Wow.
I never thought I was going to get out. I resigned myself I was going to die out there, and that's just the way it was. Pastor Heather just popped up one night and said, I have a question for you. I said, what's that? Well, how would you feel about getting into a place?
I had heard about a program that was going to try to house 100 of the most difficult to house, and it seemed too good to be true, but I'd heard enough times that I wanted to try it.
I just tried to wrap my head around it, which I couldn't, and it took me a few days. I got my keys, and it was kind of like a domino effect, and everybody out there wanted to be part of it. They saw that it could actually happen for somebody out as long as I was.
And now we have people asking us all the time, can you help us get in housing? No dinner goes by without at least half a dozen people asking.
It's been an amazing journey,
Awesome.
amazing journey, and I can't thank Pastor Arches and all the people involved, because it wasn't just one person.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of people to put something like this together. But my son came up to me last night, gave me a big hug and said, Mom, I'm so proud of you.
Wow.
Said, you've come a long way.
Wow.
So that was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of talented people out
There's
there.
amazing
A lot of talented people out there. We've got electricians, we've got construction workers, we've got a gentleman just a few credits away from getting his degree in psychology. There's some small engine mechanics and tattoo artists, and they want out. They want out from where they're at, but most people aren't willing to give them a second chance.
I don't know how Joan could have done this without people getting around her. It's no wonder so many people are hopeless when there aren't people willing to invest the time and the friendships. It's about relationship.
Joan, I'm proud of you and all that you've accomplished. If you had one thing to share with us, what would it be?
I want them to know that we haven't been out there and we haven't been homeless our entire lives. I'm a mother. I'm also a daughter. So there's mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters. Everybody has somebody. And we're still human beings and deserve to be treated as such.
Thank you. We'll take that and share it with everyone. And right now, I need to get back on the bus. So we'll see you all later.
Thank you, Herm.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you
You're
again.
welcome.
See ya.
You too. Thanks again.
Uh-huh. Anytime.